Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with our main topic today. Well, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have witnessed on Sunday the inauguration of Adli Mansour Transportation Hub in Cairo. The President was accompanied by Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli as well as cabinet ministers. The President listened to a detailed description from Minister of Transportation Kamel Al-Wazir on the Adli Mansour Central Station. Well, to shed more light on this national mega project, we have the pleasure to have this phone with our dear guest engineer Mustafa Wali, former Director General of the Federation of Industries. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Dr. Ramy Shaltout talking.
Yes, sir. Yes, Doctor. Now President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have witnessed yesterday the inauguration of the Adli Mansour Transportation Hub. This is a central station, as we knew that it is 15 fidans. It's one of the biggest, or the biggest of its kind in Middle East and Africa. Could you give us more details about the importance of this station?
Yes, there is no doubt that Egypt is currently developing huge advances in the transportation sector, not only in the roads and highway construction, but also for the railway mega projects. And this development in the sector was delayed a lot, but thanks to the instruction given by His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the country was able to demonstrate huge advances in this sector. Yesterday, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi inaugurated the first LRT line in Adli Mansour Station, one of the mega stations for the interchange between different transportation modes, which will facilitate the mobility of passengers between different modes, including metro and buses and the light rail transit.
Yes, so now Dr. Shaltout, this central station is comprises the metro and the train and the electric train as well as buses. So could you give us, could you explain more concerning this?
Yes, the Adli Mansour station, it's a huge interchange hub. It will include the third metro line, starting from Ataba to Adli Mansour station. So, and also it will contain the light rail transit, which was the first stage opened yesterday, and it will also contain the bus rapid transit, which will be running on the ring road in the next few years.
Yes, so Dr. Shaltout, also as we knew that this project was established by Egyptian companies and workers, as the Minister of Transportation Kamel Wazir have mentioned.
Yes, there are more than 20 Egyptian companies working in the consortium of the project, and 15 Chinese companies in addition to the 20. So this was a great economic growth in the sector of the construction of the new line. And of course, it's a very good lesson for the beginners for constructing this type of lines, which considered the first line in Egypt carrying light rail and electrified rails, as we saw the inauguration of the first stage yesterday.
Yes, so Dr. Shaltout, what is the importance of this central station that gathers all these projects with each other for the investment in Egypt and the economy?
Well, this station, as I mentioned, is an interchange station. Now, in the new era of transportation, the station not only considered as interchange of passenger between one mode to another, but now it is considered as economic hub as well. And people are considering the stations now like like as a shopping malls and making more projects, and also not only for the interchange of passengers, but they take it as a business model for the development of the economy of the country.
Yes, Dr. Shaltout, how does this light rail project contribute to supporting development efforts, especially since it will support about 1 million passengers or transport 1 million passengers per day?
The LRT, or the light rail transit, has strategic objectives, like serving the new cities and communities all over the line, connecting Abur, Mustaqbal, New Heliopolis, Badra, and the new administrative capital with also Tens of Ramadan city. It also will contribute to the saving in the fuel consumption by using electrified trains, which might reach to 1.7 billion Egyptian pound per year. It also has an objective of connecting the third metro line with the LRT line. It also connects the monorail system in the new administrative capital with the new LRT. And finally, it connects the first line in the new high-speed rail network, which already started in the construction by signing the agreement with Siemens Mobility in 2019.
Yes, so Dr. Shaltout, how do you see the importance of the electric light rail transition in preserving the environment as a means of transportation that achieves fuel savings of around 1.7 billion pounds annually?
The railway transportation, in many studies announced by the International Union of Railways, is considered one of the most efficient ways of transporting people, as it only requires 1/10 of the fuel consumption for transporting individuals compared to the cars or aeroplanes as well. And it also affects the decarbonization, which will definitely affect the sustainability with its three main pillars, including economic sustainability, environmental sustainability, and social sustainability. In addition, it contributes to the saving of fuel consumption and the reduction in the greenhouse gas emissions, which will go in line with new COP27 pledges announced, and also with COP26, which we have been witnesses in the last few years.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. I really had the honor to have this phone with you, Dr. Ramy Shaltout, Professor of Transportation Engineering. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I'm going to be back with you.
في السباق للعالمية الكل بيجري عشان يوصل للهدف، للمستقبل، وعشان توصل وتنجح ويسمع العالم صوتك ويشاور عليك ويبقى اسمك رقم واحد وسط أكبر الأسماء في العالم. كان لازم نجري، نشتغل، نفكر ازاي نبدع، ازاي نتميز، وهدفنا واضح قدام عينينا، إننا في السباق مش بس نوصل لكن نسبق بخطوة. 4000 مهندس وعامل وفني من خيرة البنائين المصريين واللي أنشأوا محور تحيا مصر في مرحلته الأولى والثانية لربط الطريق الدائري بالطريق الدائري الإقليمي، بدأوا العمل في المرحلة الثانية بإنشاء كوبري تحيا مصر الملجم. وكان هدفهم من أول يوم مش إنشاء مجرد كوبري، لكن واحد من المعالم المصرية يوصلوا بيه للعالمية. وعشان يحققوا هدفهم اجتهدوا، أبدعوا، وفكروا ازاي يتميزوا في كل تفاصيله، والنهارده نجحوا بمجهودهم والتزامهم وإرادتهم إنهم يحققوا المستحيل ويقدموا أعرض كوبري ملجم في العالم. ويدخلوا بيه للعالمية ويتسجل إبداعهم في موسوعة جينيس للأرقام القياسية. يمتد جسم الكوبري الرئيسي بطول 5.6 كيلومترات، بالإضافة ل 10 كيلومترات تشكل إجمالي أطوال 18 من المطالع والمنازل. يتميز ب6 حارات مرورية في كل اتجاه بطول 540 متر وعرض 67.3 متر، ويحتوي على أكبر فتحة ملاحية على النيل بعرض 300 متر. استخدم في إنشائه ما يزيد عن 1,000,000 متر مكعب من الخرسانة وأكثر من 290 ألف طن من الحديد. وبعد تجريبه طبقا للمواصفات العالمية تأكدت قدرته على تحمل أوزان تصل إلى 120 طن. كوبري تحيا مصر الملجم مش بس إنجاز عالمي، لكنه بيتميز بجماله وتفاصيله والإبداع اللي فيه، وده لأنه فيه أول ممشى زجاجي في الشرق الأوسط على جانبي الكوبري الملجم وفوق أجمل أنهار العالم نهر النيل. طول ما عينينا على العالمية هنفضل نجري، هدفنا نوصل ببلدنا لمكانتها الأولى وسط العالم. هنا كوبري تحيا مصر الملجم، بداية الطريق للعالمية.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we are still commenting or focusing on President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's inauguration of Adli Mansour Transportation Hub in Cairo. Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with the engineer Mustafa Wali, former Director General of the Federation of Industries. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Well, sir, as we've saw yesterday, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi inaugurated this important Adli Mansour transportation station, and it's a central station for the metro, for the train, for the electric train, as well as also buses. What's your comment on this?
First of all, we should congratulate ourselves as Egyptians for such achievement on the ground, which will, for sure, we will gain and we will see the tremendous positive effect of these achievements soon, inshallah. I'm very, very pleased, actually, that I followed the intervention of the Excellency of Professor Shaltout. He actually covered the whole details of engineering and construction and the effect of this big project. For me, actually, to add for this, it was very important what His Excellency President Sisi has discussed and has displayed and expressed to in this interview with the group of the media tycoons and media representatives in this meeting yesterday. He was trying to emphasize in his own way of decent and slow and I mean in clear way that what's going on is really something we all as Egyptians caring for our future and for our country to adhere to and protect and uphold it as icons and as landmarks for a bright and prosperous future for our country amidst the most tough situation any people can meet. Generally, of course, of the normal situation, what's going on in the world and in our area, but also for what we are facing inside from those who do not simply, we should put it this way, those who are against the interest and against benefits and the prosperity of the Egyptian people.
Yes.
What concerns me is that the president was actually mentioned real cases we have seen and real events we have witnessed, we have lived. If we recall back some 9 years ago, or even maybe more than that, but if we look at this 9 years ago and how things developed since that time, what's going on the ground, I will concentrate on one thing, that, well, the Egyptian people need to have a decent life. The Egyptian people who can afford and work and do the best for their country. All the categories of all walks of life of the Egyptian people have the chance now, and they have it, and they will have more, inshallah. In the real thing on the ground is that to build a prosperous, a viable and strong country in all aspects of the human being life.
Yes.
If we look at this project, for example, connecting Egypt and connecting these big areas where we put it land that where we have the most congested, the most crowded areas. I'm talking now about Cairo and this area where we have this fantastic pivotal station of Adli Mansour station, where it will be the hub, as Dr. Shaltout, and as it's well known now for those who are following the subject. It will connect the future of Egypt, which will be, of course, expressed by the existence and the vibrance of the new administrative capital. And it's connecting it through also a very important area, crowded, and actually a lot of workforce is there. And it goes by time then to connect the whole Egypt by a high-speed train. This light road transit is fantastic. Those who have seen such things, similar more or less in other countries, they know the importance of having such means of connecting, short connection between such hubs and such, what we call crowded area, but not crowded just for crowded, but there where you have the labor force, the capacity to business and all. And the importance of having the arteries of Egypt to be open to get together. I'm sorry I have been extended, a little bit, but I wanted to emphasize the importance of this.
Yes, Dr. Engineer Wali, also this station of Adli Mansour is built or a complex that is covering an area of 15 faddans. It's the biggest of its kind in Africa and the Middle East. Could you give us your insight concerning facilitation of the movement of the citizens between this in this station that is considered the central station that is gathering the train, also the electric train, also buses, also the metro, and also it will connect all the transportation lines with each other?
Now it started to be witnessed. I mean, it's there now. We have this LRT, and we have the station itself, and of course it was built because of the third line, which is coming from Ataba. And of course, it's extended to the west, it's up to Imbaba, and it's great that there was some inauguration for some in the other side of the Nile and in the western side of the Nile of this line. I'm talking about this for this very specific reason, that when you have such a big hub, then you cannot imagine the chances of creating jobs, side jobs, but very useful jobs, You create a community. Having such a hub, actually in some countries in Europe, and I am lucky I've witnessed this long ago, because of such having the facility, then you can have an urban community full of life, adding to the urbanization of such areas. This happens even in first world countries. I witnessed this, long ago. But anyway, the importance, it goes without even trying to prove it. See how many people will be using these areas to go around. See how easy for them to go see how clean it can be,
Yes.
see how safe also to be used. And of course, Dr. Shaltout mentioned something very, very important, the importance of having such kind of transportation, which is totally friendly, environmentally friendly. And we will be hosting this COP27 soon. Then with this achievement there, we can focus on it. And also, always we will be talking about, and we'll try to increase our capacity and look at the level of the items there, of these systems, the type of the model of the latest in technologies in this train,
Yes.
the latest technologies in communication. And I have seen one of the biggest control room, where it's serving and serving and monitoring the whole area, the whole business. Something great. We should be proud of this.
Yes.
And more will come soon, inshallah.
Yes. I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. Engineer Mustafa Wali, former Director General of the Federation of Industries. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for following me in this segment. My name is Amal Mukhtar. I leave you with the rest of the segments of The Breakfast Show.